Okay, so today we are gonna discuss about what is a magnetorheological fluid. So before we go into this topic, we have to know some other concept which is very relevant for this topic. So just move on to the topic. So first of all, we have to discuss what's a smart fluid. What is a smart fluid? Smart fluid is a kind of fluid whose properties can be changed by applying electric or magnetic field. Here, like in case of MR fluid, its property can be changed by applying a magnetic field. Um, like its viscosity increases with the application of magnetic field and it becomes a viscoelastic solid. So here the viscosity is changing with applying a magnetic field. So let me ask you that is MR fluid is a Newtonian fluid? No, obviously not. It is not a Newtonian fluid, it's a non-Newtonian fluid because let me ask, what is Newton's law of viscosity? The Newton's law of viscosity states that the rate of the shear stress is proportional to the rate of shear strain. So the viscosity is just not affected by more or less force. But in case of MR fluid, the viscosity is changing, which is same as a non-Newtonian fluid, which is not gonna obey the Newton's law of viscosity, that is viscosity changes with a force, and here the same is happening. So we can say that MR fluid is a non-Newtonian fluid, which is usually containing a carrier fluid. So first of all, we have to understand that what is a small fluid and what is an MR fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, and this MR fluid as a smart fluid as well as a non-Newtonian fluid. So now we can move into more about MR fluid. So as I said, MR fluids, in case of MR fluids, we can change their properties by applying a magnetic field. And when the magnet is applied, it becomes a viscoelastic. Viscosity increases and it becomes viscoelastic solid. So it turns into the liquid, turns into a solid. And what happens if the magnetic field is removed? It will return back into the state of it as a liquid. So like this, it can be converted from a state to another state. So through this, it have many control applications because its ability to transmit the force is changed by this application. So this comes with many application, many control based application, and we will just discuss this on later. So now I think you understand what is an MR fluid. By applying a magnetic field, it becomes a solid, and if it is removed, it will return back into the liquid form. So it will be more clear when we discuss how this is really happening. So let me go into what is a working principle. So I think you can see the figure. So look into the figure. So this is how a MR fluid look like, and here it is like a magnetic particles are in a carrier oil. Okay, so this is the case in which there is no magnetic field is applied, and this case the magnetic particles, how the magnetic particles are distributed, they are randomly distributed in the carrier oil. If there is no magnetic field, they are randomly distributed, and this is a liquid form, right? So we have to know what happens when we apply a magnetic field to this MR fluid. So this is a figure showing how this magnetic particle behave with the application of magnetic field. So here you can see that the magnetic field is given the direction. I think you can. Okay, so this is the direction of magnetic field. In this direction, we are applying the magnetic field, right? So in this direction, the magnetic field is applied, and what happens to the magnetic particles? Now they are aligned in the direction of magnetic field, right? So before they are randomly arranged and there is no magnetic field, but now they are arranged in the direction of magnetic field. So this becomes a scholastic solid. So the properties are entirely changed with application of magnetic field, and I think you got how this works. So this is how the MR fluid works with application of magnetic field. So many properties changes, especially the viscosity changes. So the can be used in absorbers, etc. In our automobile industries, it has many applications, and we will be discussing later. I think this is all up to date. We have discussed what is MR fluid and how they are working. So I think we could continue this on later. So thank you.